I had a goal when I came to New York this summer. Every day I didn't fish. The coolest snake within 3 hours of where we were staying are the eastern milksnakes. I've spent, I don't know how many hours, I've driven I don't know how many miles. I had one in my hand yesterday and he got under a rock and I was afraid I was going to hurt him and I let him go. Today is my last day. I leave in the morning. Check this out. You have no idea how cool this is to me. These are my favorite snakes in the eastern United States. I saw two yesterday. I saw one about 30 minutes ago, and I just saw this one. So I've seen 7 alive in my life, and 4 of them were the last 2 days. But there's a few of you out there that have been following my journey that will appreciate it, and that's all that matters. Thank you, guys. And thank you, Lord, for this beautiful little creature. These guys are one of the widest ranging species in the eastern United States. From Canada to almost to Florida, all over Tennessee, Missouri, Kentucky. But they are super, super variable. They used to be split up into 3 subspecies. Now they're all considered eastern milks, but they can be in West Tennessee, they can be snow white with bright red bands and have a real low band count. Middle Tennessee, they can look like this. They can be red and gray. They can be like almost a solid orange. But this one's not quite as handsome as the one I saw yesterday or the one I saw a few minutes ago, but it's a beauty nonetheless. Lampropeltis triangulum. Unbelievable, guys. I just sat down, took it all in, looked over, picked up a rock, bang, hatchling. That kid is a button. This dude is probably a week old at the most. Beautiful. White and bright red. See, I was talking about how variable they are. No, this will darken as he gets older. But oh my gosh, man. Big brown adult and a tiny little hatchling. Oh, he's feisty. Aren't you adorable? Mom, this one's really free. My mom caught me one of these when I was a kid. And it was Halloween, so it was getting cold. And I was scared to let him, I was going to let him go, but I was afraid he couldn't make it through the winter. So she ended up finding a little tiny fence swift, which is a small lizard. And I fed him one time, and he was too little. He was about the size of this little dude. He was too little to eat pinky mice, which is what we usually feed neonate snakes in captivity. So I actually would take a adult mouse and cut its tail off about a ½ inch and force it into his little mouth. And then once it got started, he would swallow it. And he lived his first year on being assist-fed mouse tails. And he shed a couple times and got big enough that he could actually eat the head of a pink mouse. And his name was Willie. And we had him for 14 years. I moved out. Mom kept him at her house and took care of him. All right, dudes. I'm gonna let him go.